Okay, this time we're going to take a look at how you embed the myPlan application onto your own web pages. So what we're looking at here is the home page for myPlan, and included on that is the application itself. But most of the time, you actually want to take the myPlan application and put it on your own website so that you can put it with other information that you want your user to be able to see. So if we were to look at the source of this particular page, we'd see that among all of the other HTML that describes the tabs and whatnot for that page, there's a single line in there that includes that's an iframe that includes another HTML document into this page. And this HTML document is what fully contains the myPlan application. So it's a very simple matter to take this same idea and put it on a local web page. So for example, here you can imagine that we have a local web page which is a very unadorned version of the myPlan application. In this case, it's something simple that might allow you to put a small set of notes on associated with part of the myPlan application so that it was maybe more easy to print, for example. Now, if we were to look at the source for this, we'd see that that exact same iframe that we saw before exists on this page as well. It's a pointer back to the myPlan application. But there are some cases where we want to do something a little bit more elaborate. In particular, if we want to make customizations to the myPlan application that we're using, then what we want to do instead is to download the entire application and make some modifications. So if you go back to the myPlan site, you'll actually find a link there that points to the zip file that you can download. And when you download that zip file, you'll see that the myPlan application is made up of a number of different JavaScript libraries based on a number of different browsers that might be looking at it. But it also includes the style sheets and the little application in the myPlan. So what we can do is we can make a new version of an HTML file that's a local version. And so now instead of pointing to myPlan's version of this application, we're pointing to a local version of that. And what's nice about that is that if you open and look at the HTML that describe the application, you'll see that basically what it mostly is a large configuration so that you can make these customizations. For example, if we want to take and make a simpler version of myPlan where, for example, we only want to show, give the user one particular base, and we're not interested in any of the hazards except for the water hazard. So we're going to eliminate the fire, and we're going to eliminate the liquefaction and the fault zones, and the shaking, and we're only going to leave the tsunami and the fire and the floods. And we'll go ahead and make them so that they're both on as well. There's a number of other items that can be modified here. I've made some new pop-up icons for this particular one, for example. Now, what's nice is now that if we go to that particular test file, we reload that, you can see that now what we're looking at is a modified, customized version of our plan that includes the fire and the tsunami risks. Now, you can delete data files, but you can actually also add services in. For example, there's a service that's also related to water that is available from another agency in DWR that includes potential levee flood potential, so areas that are in danger if levees were to give way. So if you have the information that points to that particular service, then you can layer that into the myPlan as well. So now if we go back to this page and reload it, we can see that we have this new levee fire protection. It has the same sort of controls that existed on the regular myPlan documents as well, but includes this new service. So that's a kind of a good quick introduction on how you can add a custom version of the myPlan application to your own web page.